Every culture has myths. They are said to be stories, fantasies, ways to explain the world before science. But what if some myths are not fiction at all? What if they are memories, echoes of real events preserved through oral tradition for thousands of years? Across the globe, myths tell of floods, golden ages, and lost lands swallowed by the sea. And in nearly every case, these stories share uncanny similarities, as though humanity itself remembers a chapter of history erased from the record. The flood myth is one of the most widespread on Earth. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians told of Ziusudra, warned by the gods to build a great boat before a deluge destroyed humanity. Later, the Babylonians wrote of Utnapishtim in the Epic of Gilgamesh, who survived a divine flood with his family and animals. In the Hebrew Bible, Noah builds his ark, saving life from 40 days of rain. In Hindu tradition, the god Vishnu appears as a fish, warning Manu of a flood that would destroy the world. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs spoke of sun's world ages destroyed by water. Even in Australia, Aboriginal legends describe rising seas swallowing once inhabited coastal lands. How can so many cultures, separated by oceans, tell the same story? Modern science confirms that around 12,000 years ago, at the end of the Ice Age, glaciers melted rapidly, sea levels rose by more than 400 feet, drowning coastlines and reshaping continents. Entire land masses were swallowed by the sea. Is this the Great Flood remembered in myth? Perhaps the most famous lost civilization is Atlantis. First described by the Greek philosopher Plato around 360 BC, Atlantis was said to be a great island empire beyond the Pillars of Hercules, today's Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was highly advanced, with magnificent architecture, canals, and technology. But in a single day and night of catastrophe, it sank into the sea. Scholars insist Atlantis was an allegory, a story to teach lessons about pride and corruption. Yet generations have wondered, what if Plato's story was based on memory? Some point to the volcanic destruction of Thera Santorini as inspiration. Others suggest connections to the Minoans, a highly advanced Bronze Age culture. But could Atlantis be even older, a civilization from before the flood, remembered dimly by survivors? If Plato's tale has even a grain of truth, it suggests that an entire culture, more advanced than we admit, may have vanished, leaving behind only legend. In the 19th century, scientists proposed a lost continent in the Indian Ocean to explain similarities in flora and fauna. They called it Lemuria. Though later dismissed, the idea spread into mythology and spiritual traditions, becoming a symbol of a vanished ancient homeland. Similarly, some South American myths speak of a great land to the east that disappeared beneath the ocean. Polynesian legends recall islands swallowed by the sea. Even in Japan, the Yonaguni Monument submerged structures off Okinawa has fueled speculation about a sunken civilization. Skeptics say these are coincidences, natural formations, or exaggerations, but when we combine them with the scientific reality of rising seas after the Ice Age, the possibility grows stronger. Perhaps entire cultures once lived on coasts, now buried underwater. If so, our map of human history is incomplete. Flood myths are not the only recurring story. Many cultures remember a golden age, a time when gods or ancestors walked among humans, when knowledge and harmony flourished. The Greeks spoke of the age of Kronos. The Hindus describe Satya Yuga, the first and purest age of the world cycle. The Egyptians told of Zep Tepi, the first time when gods ruled on earth and built the first temples? Are these simply myths of longing for a better past or faint memories of a real civilization, one that thrived before catastrophe ended it? Mainstream historians dismiss these stories as imagination, but science is beginning to confirm their roots. Geological evidence of massive floods, ancient coastlines now underwater, and mysterious ruins suggest myths may be historical records encoded in story. If that is true, then myths are not lies, they are messages. They tell us that humanity has faced disaster before, and that advanced cultures may have risen and fallen long before Mesopotamia and Egypt. Perhaps our ancestors were not warning us of divine punishment, but of natural cycles and fire, flood and famine that erase civilizations from the earth. And perhaps they were also trying to preserve fragments of lost knowledge, hidden in story and symbol, waiting for us to understand.